Storybox presents Gideon and the Rosy Pink Baby. Once upon a time, in a forest far away, lived a family of dragons. There was Daddy Dragon, Mummy Dragon, and their little son Gideon. One day Gideon went for a walk in the forest. He loved scaring people. It was his favorite game. But that day Gideon couldn't find anyone to scare. There was no one about. Suddenly he heard the sound of crying. It hurt his ears.
"Where is that horrible noise coming from?"
wondered the little dragon. He looked in the trees and in the bushes. He went right to the edge of the forest, and there, behind a tuft of long grass, he found a baby. A beautiful, rosy, pink baby screaming at the top of her voice. Gideon leaned over. It was the first time he had seen a human baby so close. When the rosy pink baby saw the dragon, she stopped crying and smiled. Gideon thought she was very cute. He murmured,
"Coochie-coo."
The baby said,
"Goo, goo."
"It looks like you've been left all alone here,"
whispered Gideon.
"But don't worry, I'll take care of you."
Gideon took the rosy pink baby back to his room and hid her. He didn't tell his parents what he had found. Dragons didn't like humans very much. But Gideon was not sure how to look after the baby. What did rosy pink babies eat? He remembered seeing a kitten lapping milk. Did little humans like drinking milk too?
"Be good until I get back,"
Gideon told the baby. Then he flew off towards the nearest farm. Gideon was in luck. The farmer was milking the cows. The young dragon politely asked for some milk. When the farmer saw Gideon, she started shrieking and ran away as fast as she could. Humans didn't like dragons much either. The farmer had left behind her bucket full of milk.
"Thanks,"
called Gideon. Gideon went back home and gave the rosy pink baby some milk. The baby enjoyed the milk and soon fell asleep, holding one of the dragon's claws in her tiny little hand. Gideon's parents didn't know what was going on, until one day they smelled a strange smell. They followed the smell to Gideon's room. Daddy Dragon asked, "What's that funny smell?" Gideon had to admit that it was a baby. Mummy Dragon was horrified, and black smoke came out of Daddy Dragon's nostrils. He said, "Gideon, you will take the human baby back to the village tomorrow. That must be where it came from." The next morning, Gideon set off for the village feeling very sad. As they came close to the houses, the baby went,
Goo, goo.
That made Gideon feel even sadder. So he decided to disobey his father. He changed direction and flew into the forest. He said to the rosy pink baby,
"We need to stay together. We'll hide so that no one can find us."
Goo, goo.
said the baby. When night fell, Gideon sheltered under a big oak tree. The rosy pink baby was shivering with cold, so the little dragon lit a fire and gave her the milk he had brought with him. Soon night shadows began dancing all around them.
"To-wit, to-woo."
Called an owl.
Crack!
Went the tree branches. Gideon was scared. He missed his mummy and daddy. Then the baby began to cry. Gideon had to be brave for the baby.
"Coochie-coo,"
He whispered. He kissed the baby on the forehead and told her such a beautiful story that she slowly fell asleep. Gideon's eyelids also felt heavy, and soon he nodded off too. The next morning Gideon woke suddenly. A woman was picking up the baby. Gideon's little dragon heart beat fast. He tried to grab the baby back. The woman shouted,
"Leave my my child alone, you wicked dragon. I saw you steal her while I was working in the fields.
Gideon tried to explain that he had taken the baby because he thought she had been left all alone. But the mother didn't listen to him. She ran off holding her baby tight. Gideon was so sad that he decided to follow her secretly. The woman arrived at the village and went into a pretty little cottage. Gideon hid behind a tree and watched as the mum put her baby in a cosy cradle. Then in a sweet voice she sang a lullaby. Gideon felt sad because the rosy pink baby had left him, but he also felt relieved because the baby had found her mum. Gideon thought about his own mum and dad, who would be looking for him and feeling worried. So he set off home to find them. 3 days and 3 nights later, Gideon went back to the village. He heard the rosy pink baby crying, so he decided to go and comfort her. He climbed into her room through the window. When the rosy pink baby saw Gideon, she smiled and gurgled.
Go, go.
Coochie coo,
Replied Gideon,
Rosie seems to really like you.
said the baby's mum as she came into the room.
Rosie?
Asked Gideon,
Yes, my baby's name is Rosie.
said the mum.
Rosie.
Repeated Gideon.
That's a pretty name.
Rosie really likes you.
Said the mum again.
You can come and see her whenever you want.
From that day on, Gideon the little dragon was always welcome at his friend Rosie's house. The end.